हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है और अभी हम कर रहे हैं आज की करंट अफेयर्स। कोल इंडियाज फर्स्ट ऑल वुमेन ऑपरेटेड सेंट्रल स्टोर यूनिट इनॉग्रेटेड एट SEC कोरबा। साउथ ईस्टर्न कोलफील्ड लिमिटेड SECL, a subsidiary of Coal India Limited CIL, inaugurated the company's first fully women operated central store unit at its central workshop Korba. The initiative, launched under the Government of India's Special Campaign 5.0, follows SECL's earlier achievement of establishing Coal India's first all-women operated dispensary at Bilaspur. The new central store unit will oversee spare parts, supply and inventory management, entirely managed by a dedicated team of 8 women officers and staff led by Ms. Sapna Ikka, Senior Manager E&M Numa of IIT ISM Dhanbad. The facility leverages a modern SAP-based digital platform for efficient and transparent record management. Indian Navy is set to commission Enroth, a steady march with new indigenous induction. The Indian Navy is set to commission Enroth, the second anti-submarine warfare shallow water craft ASW-SWC, at a ceremonial event scheduled to be held on 6 October 2025 at the Naval Dockyard, Vishakhapatnam. The ceremony will be presided over by Vice Admiral Rajesh Pendharkar, Flag Officer Commanding in Chief, Eastern Naval Command. The ceremony will be presided over by Vice Admiral Rajesh Pendharkar, Flag Officer Commanding in Chief, Eastern Naval Command. The commissioning The commissioning of Endor marks yet another milestone in the Indian Navy's steady stride towards capability enhancement and indigenization. Built by Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers, GRSE Kolkata Endor is a testimony to India's growth maritime self-reliance with over 80% indigenous content. The ship underscores the Navy's commitment to enhancing indigenous capability through innovative technologies and home-ground solutions. The commissioning of Endor and will significantly bolster the Navy's ASW capabilities, especially in countering threats in littoral waters. It reflects the Navy's sustained emphasis on indigenization, innovation, and capability enhancement, while also highlighting the vital role of GRSE in strengthening India's maritime security architecture. Together, these inductions in recent months, Arnala, Nistar, Udaygiri, Nilgiri, and now Enroth, reflect the Navy's balanced growth across the spectrum of maritime operations. Above all, they embody the spirit of Atmanirbharta, self-reliance with high percentage of indigenous content, design expertise, and home-grown innovation coming from Indian shipyards and industry. Exercise Konkan 2025 commences on the western seaboard. Indian Navy and Royal Navy bilateral exercise Konkan 25 commenced on 5 October 2025 off the western coast of India. Over the past 2 decades, these exercises has grown significantly in scale and complexity, fostering enhanced interoperability and mutual understanding in maritime operations between the two navies. The exercise will conducted in two phases, 5-12, 5 to 12 October 2025. The harbour phase of the exercise will include professional interactions between naval personnel, cross-deck visits, sports fixtures, and cultural engagements. Additionally, joint working group meetings and subject matter expert exchanges are also scheduled. Both participating nations will deploy frontline assets, including aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, submarines, and integral and shore-based air assets. Participation of the UK carrier strike group UKCGS 2025, led by HMS Prince of Wales, including assets from Norway and Japan, has added sheen to this year's addition to the exercise. On the conclusion of exercise Konkan 2025 with the Indian Navy on 12 October 2025, UKCGS 25 is scheduled to participate in one day exercise with the Indian Air Force offshore of the western coast of India on 14 October 2025 prior to continuing with her planned deployment. Sitharaman launches campaign to return 1.84 ton unclaimed financial assets. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on said that financial assets worth 1.84 trillion are lying unclaimed with banks and regulators and called on officials to ensure that they reach their rightful owners. Launching the Aapki Punji, Aapka Adhikar, Your Money, Your Right campaign in Gandhinagar, Sitharaman said the 3-month drive will focus on awareness, access, and action to help people recover unclaimed funds. UIDAI waives charges for Aadhaar biometric updates for children aged 7 to 15. The Unique Identification Authority of India (UIDAI) has waived all charges for the mandatory biometric updates of children aged 7 to 15, a move that is expected to benefit about 6 crore minors. The waiver is already in effect from October 1, 2025 and will be in force for a period of 1 year. A child under the age of 5 enrolls for Aadhaar by providing the photograph, name, date of birth, gender, address, and birth certificate. Biometric details such as fingerprints and iris are not captured for Aadhaar enrollment below the age of 5, said a Press Information Bureau (PIB) release. Therefore, updating fingerprints, iris, and photo in Aadhaar is mandatory when the child reaches the age of 5. This is called First Mandatory Biometric Update (MBU). Similarly, a child is required to update biometrics once again upon reaching the age of 15 years, which is referred to as the second MBU. It's said the first and the second MBUs it's performed between 5 to 7 and 15 to 17 years of age respectively are thus free of cost. Thereafter, a prescribed fee of 125 per MBU is charged. With this decision, MBU is now effectively free for all children in the age group of 5 to 17, said the release. BRO again scripts history. Project Himang constructs world highest motorable road at Migla Pass near LAC. In a historic feat, the Border Roads Organization (BRO) has once again scripted history by setting a new world record. A Project Himang constructed the world's highest motorable road at Migla Pass, located at 19,400 feet above sea level in eastern Ladakh near the Line of Actual Control (LAC). With this achievement, the BRO has surpassed its own previous record set at Umling La in 2021, which stood at 19,204 feet 24 feet, led by Brigadier Vishal Srivastava. The BRO team hosted the national flag and the organization's flag at the site. The newly constructed road, part of the Likaru Migla Puchke alignment, holds immense strategic importance as it forms the third crucial access from Hanley to Fuchik village near the border. In addition to its strategic value, the road is expected to boost tourism in Ladakh, offering breathtaking views of the Indus Valley. Prime Minister facilitates All India ITI toppers at Kushal Dikshant Samaroh, launches PM Setu. At a grand ceremony held at Vigyan Bhavan, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi presided over the Kushal Dikshant Samaroh, facilitating 46 All India toppers from Industrial Training Institute (ITI) across the country. This marked the fourth edition of the National Skill Convention, a unique initiative that was first conceptualized under the inspiration of the Prime Minister to make skill development aspirational. On the occasion, the Prime Minister also launched PM Setu, Pradhan Mantri Skilling and Employability Transformation through upgraded ITIs, a landmark 60,000 crore centrally sponsored scheme to transform 1,000 government ITIs across India into modern industry-aligned training institutions. PM Setu will follow a hub and spoke model with 200 IIT linked to 800 spoke IITs. Each hub will be equipped with advanced infrastructure, innovation and incubation centers, production units, training of trainer facilities, and placement services. While the spokes will extend access and outreach, the scheme will introduce new demand-driven courses and revamp existing ones in collaboration with industry. Set up special purpose vehicles SPVs with credible anchor industry partners to manage clusters. Industry partners to manage clusters, ensure outcome based training, create pathways for long term diplomas, short term courses, and executive programs, strengthen five national skill institutes in Bhubaneswar, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, Telangana, Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, Ludhiana, Punjab, and excellence with global partners. Phase of PM Setu 15 hub spoke ITI clusters have been identified across the country, spanning diverse regions and industrial ecosystems. These include Sonipat, Haryana, Vishakhapatnam, Uttar Pradesh, Bijnor and Meerut, Uttar Pradesh, Haridwar, Uttarakhand, Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, Urban Karnataka, Bharatpur, Rajasthan, Darbhanga, and Patar, Hoshiarpur, Punjab, Hyderabad, Sambalpur, Odisha, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and Guwahati, Assam. Each cluster will serve as a center of excellence in skills, equipped with advanced infrastructure, modern trades, and industry-led training, creating model ecosystems that can be replicated nationwide. Adding a transformative step for school education, the Prime Minister also virtually inaugurated 1,200 vocational skill labs set up in 400 Navodaya Vidyalayas and 200 Eklavya model residential schools across 34 states and UTs. These labs are designed to expose school-going children, including those from rural and tribal areas, to hands-on training in 12 high-demand sectors such as information technology, automotive, agricultural, electronics, logistics, BFSI, and tourism. Each lab is equipped with modern machinery, digital tools, and simulation-based learning modules. Cabinet approves minimum support MSP for Rabi crops for marketing season 2026-27. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs CCEA chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved the increase in the minimum support price MSP for all mandate Rabi crops for marketing season 2026-27. Government the MSP of Rabi crops for marketing season 2026-27 to ensure remunerative prices to the growers for their produce. The absolute highest increase in MSP has been announced for safflower at 600 rupees per quintal, followed by lentil masoor at rupees 300 per quintal. For rapeseed and mustard, gram, barley and wheat, there is an increase of rupees 250 per quintal, rupees 225 per quintal, rupees 170 per quintal, and 160 per quintal respectively. Unclear guidelines hold back growth of credit line on UP since launch. Nearly 2 years after its launch, the credit line on UPI CLOU product continues to see limited adaptation as banks and fintech companies remain uncertain about its test treatment and reporting requirements according to multiple industry sources. A key point of confusion is whether the product should be classified and reported as a credit card or a personal loan, each governed by different Reserve Bank of India RBI guidelines and compliance obligations. Estimates suggest that the CLUs clocked around 500 crore rupees in value per month last year. Industry participants added that further clarity is required on reporting the use of CLOU to credit bureaus in India. Smaller banks, in particular, face technological and operational constraints that limit their ability to underwrite credit lines on UPI, restricting partnerships with fintechs and distributions. On the of the product, a fintech founder said. Smaller banks specifically still lack understanding of the product. The guideline still has not come on whether to treat it as a credit card. Some large private banks were doing CLOUs treating it according to the RBI credit card master directions, but there is no circular around it, the source explained. The National Payment Corporation of India (NPCI), which operates UPI, rolled out the pre-sanctioned credit line on UPI product in 2023. The product links a credit account to the UPI app, allowing banks to disburse credit to users. Industry participants said offering was aimed at first-time borrowers, gradually introducing them to credit based on their repayment behavior. World Habitat Day, 6 October. World Habitat Day is marked on the first Monday of October each year and recognized by the United Nations to reflect on the state of towns and cities and on the basic right of all the adequate shelter. On 6 October 2025, observance of World Habitat Day will link to urban crisis response. 2025 theme, urban crisis response. The theme focuses on addressing multiple crises affecting urban areas, including climate and conflicts that are contributing to inequality, and promotes existing tools and approaches to effective crisis response. In 1985, the United Nations designated the first Monday of October of every year as World Habitat Day. India ends World Para Athletes Championship with 22 medals, including 6 gold. The 12th edition of the World Para Athletes Championship came to a conclusion on October 5. The event, which began on September 26 at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, New Delhi, India, was the first ever World Para Athletics Championship hosted by any South Asian country. Brazil, who finished second in the 2024 edition of the World Para Athletes Championship, improved their standing in 2025 and finished at the top of the medal tally with 44 medals, including 15 golds, 20 silver, and 9 bronze. China, with 13 gold, 22 silver, and 17 bronze medals, was the team with the most medals, 52, but finished in second place due to winning 2 fewer gold. और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है समाप्त.